The Unexpected Friends, written by Raya Rahman, illustrated by Insra Sakhawat, read by Aulia Rahman. It was the end of afternoon prayers. Faisal had just left the Moscow and waiting for his friend Rahim. Suddenly, he heard a faint creeping noise in the bushes. He bent down and moved the leaves aside. A small bird lay on the ground. Its wing looked broken. Gently, Faisal picked it up. "Are you hurt?" he asked. "Chip," said the bird. "It needs help," he told Rahim. They had planned to go to the forest to get firewood after prayers, but Faisal didn't want to leave the injured bird behind. He asked Rahim to wait for him. "I'll take it to my sister," he explained. "They will keep it safe." Faisal and Rahim lived in a forest camp in Bangladesh along with many other Rohingya people. They were forced to leave their homes in Myanmar as it was no longer safe there. Faisal had walked for miles with his mother and sister, Rehana and Aziza, to find shelter. They arrived in this camp a while ago and stayed ever since. Holding the bird in his cupped hands, Faisal made his way through the camp. He passed food lines where people waited to receive bags of rice and cooking oil, and he passed by the busy medical clinic where many others lined up for treatment. No doctor would have time to fix a bird there. He records the learning center where his sister and other children were drawing pictures and playing board games. "Aziza, Rehana," he called them. "I need your help." The girls gasped when they looked inside the box. "In heard it creeping by the mosque," said Faisal. "The poor thing is hurt and can't fly." His sister promised to take care of it. "I'll be back soon with firewood," Faisal told them. The forest could be scary as it was home to many wild animals, but people from the camp need to go gather wood for cooking. The boys cared for fallen twigs and branches until their arms were full. Faisal talked about bird. Would it ever fly again? They were about to head back when all of a sudden there was a rustling noise. It was so big they didn't dare go any closer. Crossing paths with a elephant called the Bidangers. Not too long ago, one had wandered into the crowded camp and frightened everybody. But Faisal knew that it was not the elephant's fault. After all, the forest was getting smaller as more and more bears were cut to make space for the refuge camp. He was sad that the elephant was looking it up. Whispered Rahim, "Let's leave quilting us in thought on the way back." Faisal tripped over a big rock and fell. "Ah, my arm!" he cried. He tried to pick up the scattered branches, but caught in hurt too much. How will Ma cook without any firewood? Rahim put a hand on his shoulder. "You can share with me," he said. Back in the camp, Faisal was glad to see that his mother and sister had been bandaged the bird wing. "What's happened?" his mother asked him. "I feel, Ma," he said. "My arm really hurts." She tucked him inside the tent and wrapped his arm in a cotton sling. "Let's go to the clinic to make sure nothing is broken," he said softly. Over the next few weeks, Faisal started to feel better. The bird's wings was also healing. They spent every minute together. One day, the bird spread its wings to show that it was ready to fly. But Faisal didn't want to let it go. He couldn't sleep that night. He wished they didn't have to say goodbye. He remembered his sister's giggles, Rahim's friendly hand on his shoulder, and his mother's soft voice. He had them to hold on to. "It's time," he told his sister the next morning. Aziza cried the hardest. Rayhana held her close. "The bird needs its family too." Faisal comforted them like us, he said. They walked to the place near the mosque where Faisal and first found the bird. Together they let it go. As it flew away, they heard the call to prayer. "Go in peace, little friends," whispered Faisal. "I will never forget you." Over 1 million Rohingya people have fled the violence in Myanmar. Rakhine State seeking refuge in the Cox's Bazar district of Bangladesh since early 1990. The ragged exodus began on 25 August 2017, making this one the largest humanitarian refugee crisis in the world. Most refugees in Cox's Bazar are women and children living in uncreated and difficult conditions. Linda Steinbuck and Ellen Severidge authored the report. Children interpret children's voices from the Rohingya refugee crisis, which inspired the creation of this book. As a child-focused organization, Save the Children believes in listening to children's experience, needs, and hopes. The report authors were moved by the resilience in the children's stories and wants to excite the children in the camps with a personal story about time. Children have powerful voices. Together with you, we want to hear their message, share their stories, and raise awareness of the hopes of Rohingya children. If you would like more information or would like to make a contribution, please visit HEP's www.savethechildren.org UK.